Sweet. Alright, cable vamp and audio mouth, motherfuckers.
Hey.
Fucking Tony Gau and Drew Brown right here, man. This is fucking cool shit right here. Sitting here listening to Skinny Puppy, smoking cigarettes and drinking beer.
You lit that because it made it look cooler.
Yeah,
of course.
Alright, dude. When did you guys decide to start writing music?
6 years ago, honestly.
6 years ago?
Well, he had an instrument, and we all had instruments, since we never...
It started out with a really old PSR 6. That was one of the first keyboards.
No, it didn't start out with that. It started out with the PV. It started out with that drum machine over there. Might as well grab it.
Yeah, bust it out, bro.
Yeah. Move the little man over here. This is what started our drums. If you hold on to it.
This fucking shit.
Yeah, this is what started it all.
So what's it called?
It's a DD1.
Yamaha.
DD20.
It's missing the knob, so and the power.
We had that. We had a little Walmart Yamaha. This is our recording system.
It was.
Where's the box with the purple box? I want to show the tapes.
I don't remember.
I'll go grab it.
So it basically, yeah, we started with that little drum kit. We had a little Casio keyboard. We had one of the first ones as well was, as I was saying, the PSR 6.
Mm-hmm.
We had that model, and we had it's pretty much like a Kmart keyboard, you know, basic 100 presets on it.
Good shit. Yeah, man.
One of those boxes.
Alright, so tell me about that little stereo.
Oh, this little guy?
Yeah.
Where did we get this? We usually get everything from garage sales.
Salvation Army?
Oh, yeah.
Salvation Army, that's probably that one. There was like 3 of them. One got splattered, but I don't know. Those things are pretty stupid cool at the time. They worked.
I mean, we used old school technology. We recorded with that, played it with this. We even used a turntable with Beethoven records to make some sounds.
That's pretty fucking cool.
And it's all open area sound. So you even hear that in the recording.
Right, you'll hear the random sounds of where you guys were recording.
What we'd call that sound would be like soundscape. You know, we wanted to capture the environment. But
While playing
improv.
music, yeah. Live improv, definitely.
And it started, wall carpet was in the garage. We had my brother Corey, I think he started out, playing guitar?
Yep.
And I would play like a little keyboard on the floor. I didn't even have a stand yet, and I'd sit on the floor sometimes and just make loud noises with like a bike crank and a stick,
Yeah, I
and
remember
just all kinds of random noises that
We made
sound
drums out
cool.
of buckets,
That's
saw
really sick.
blades, little sticks.
I mean, you know, neighbors hated us for a while, and then one of the neighbors that just moved away, he was like, one day, we used this electric.
Drum machine.
No, we were using from the back where we plug shit in at. We were taking power from him basically.
Yeah.
And we scattered away when we saw him come there, and he was like, "Wait, don't go. You're gonna like it." So we continued playing over there, and then I saw a drum machine, which I don't remember.
It's somewhere over there.
Yeah, that drum machine was the TR.
It's a DD. Well, that was a DD20. I think it was a DD100.
Cool shit.
Ain't that funny? We own the small version and the big version.
Yeah, I'll think of the TR.
Yeah, we use PV, Casio, Pearl, Yamaha, Korg up the ass, Arturia. We use FL Studio. We've used Kawai. We've used mainly it's Yamaha and Casio is what started us.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yamaha drum machine, Yamaha keyboards, and a few other Casios.
What's the difference between the projects that you guys all operate?
Oh boy, first
Different from us to
project.
them.
Yeah. What's the difference between your project and his project and your guys' collaborations and your guys' side projects?
Well, you want to take this first?
I'll go first. It basically started when I was in high school. We had a class called Music Exploration, and you basically just sat on a computer and recorded stuff digitally. And it basically taught you how to put tracks together and edit. And that basically taught me how to build songs. And once I graduated high school and everything, I had the summer to myself to literally do nothing. So I sat there on the computer one day, messed around with Audacity and Fruity Loops, recorded 15 seconds of a song, realized I could make music easily. And that's when I started Flow Mosh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And then that was way after the project me and him collaborated with.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we called it Audio Moth for a while, but we just gave him the name Audio Moth, if he wants to keep it. But when we were together on the tapes, it was just called Audio Moth. But
I accepted that name, and he became Cable Vamp. Right around that time, Anthony and I, we took a hiatus, and I started to make my own music, which is, what did I call it? So many projects. Shoot.
we called it College.
Well, yeah, I had a really short project with only 6 songs called College, and it was like new 80s retro wave.
That's cool.
Yeah, I have a few of those songs still, but I think the Mars Jupiter projects, that was the last one I was doing myself, and I made some very beautiful stuff. The difference of Anthony and Anthony does the way, like, more intricate stuff, more bizarre, unique, and I kind of have like an 80s flow with style, because like bands like Skinny Puppy and Dance Society, Suicide, what else? Even influences like Christian Death. I mean, just it may not even mesh with the sound we have. New Order, Old New Order, Joy Division. That's the style that I was trying to go for, and even a little bit of Cure. And
even some Phil Collins.
Phil Collins.
Not the singing, but the drumming.
Yeah, the whole style of the sound.
Yeah.
And we just had a good flow when we did that. You know, I always wanted to do like some sort of like 80s style, and Anthony would come with something new that he's like, hey man, look what I made, and then I'm like, oh cool, and then we just mesh it together. And there's times where the songs just sound like, oh fuck, what the hell are we doing?
It's like putting a steak into a pie.
And then there'd be times where he's like, oh my god, this is like a fucking beautiful masterpiece, like fucking just fell from like the sky or something, you know? And basically that's what we've been doing. And the newest I'd say is Dream Hop. We're
more
actually
minimalistic techno now.
And that's the sound you guys call yourself?
Dream Hop.
Yeah.
Dream Hop. That's really cool.
I looked it up. No
Doesn't
such thing.
exist.
No such thing?
No
Alright,
such
so
thing.
what's the genre fusion then?
It's something you don't have to pay attention to the music to like it. It literally plays in the background, and it makes your brain just go into a dream state.
Yep.
Like you can daydream and listen to our music, and it will not mess anything up. It'll actually go with it.
It's got some 90s style hip hop to it, and it's got some modern hip hop. It's got 80s dream keys from like various bands that are probably underground sounds that I've always grew up to like.
Mm.
Even like what the fuck's that? The one Deep Blue Day.
Deep Blue Day, but you know.
Yeah, Brian, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah,
even fuck, I'd have to say even a smidge of MGMT.
Yeah.
Or the modern.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, what was I getting at here? That's basically what we're doing right now, and we're still
Pretty sounds
continuing.
with noticeable beats.
Oh yeah, man. So, what are some of your favorite parts of your music career?
Some of the shows, just having people come up to us and be like, I love this. This is great. Could I have a CD of it? Or you even got cassette. I love when that guy said we played a show at the Disaster House. The guy was like, do you have this on tape?
Yeah,
I
remember
was
that.
like, I got some CDs. Like, well, it'd be better if you had it
We
on
have
tape.
a bunch of shit on tape.
Yeah, no shit. You should listen to this shit on tape.
And
Our life is on tape.
I look at the guy. I'm like, well, right on.
Right.
I would love to do make a record sometimes to just put it on a turntable, but you know.
What I like hearing
MP3s and-
is our transitions live.
Yeah.
Is when a song would be on a repetitive beat, and then we do something on that microchord to make the delay start tweaking out.
Mm-hmm.
The whole freaking transition of the song changes. Like Commitment, That song is, normal, it's repetitive, you can actually follow it, and then somewhere in the song, it just switches up like crazy, and everything changes. And that's what I like. Like track 9, Drew, like when we play track 9 live, there's this, the chorus in the song, there's these bass drums that come in, and they literally hit you when you hear them. Like it just smacks you right in the side of the head. And it just sounds so much cooler live.
That's so good, yeah.
So, what the fuck?
What are some of your goals with these projects?
Adult Swim.
Adult Swim, basically. Warp Records.
To basically change what people listen to now. I don't complain, well, what everyone listens to, but I have to say some modern style today drives me nuts. I would love to bring back some of the 80s, not direct 80s, but like a little influence from 80s. And there's some bands that do that today, which is really cool, especially the new retro wave. There's a lot of bands like...
So basically like arpeggiators, sequencers, and pads.
Pads, all that beautifulness.
Fuck yeah.
There's bands from the new retro wave like Miami Nights, 1984. I really listen to. There is
84 was a good year.
Tycho is pretty damn good.
I listen to a lot of Flying Lotus.
Flying Lotus is
He does a lot of the weird hi-hat style hip hop.
Yeah.
That's where I get my influence
And
from the beats.
what's the one where it collaborated?
Fly Am Sam.
Fly Am Sam.
That shit is really good.
What else?
Most of the shit you hear in Adult Swim is Flying Lotus or Fly Am Sam.
New Arcades is a good band too. A lot of I like a lot of post-punk, but it's not easy to replicate when you just have drum pads and keyboards and stuff. But what was it? Back at New Wave, basically came out in like what was that band Peorage's stuff back in the 70s?
Psychic TV.
Psychic TV.
Psychic TV, I remember
That shit was fucking weird.
Remember Genesis Peorage?
Yes.
Baja's, Joy Division, just like this crazy Batcave style music in the late 70s, early 80s. That's what I loved. That was a whole new style of music just coming in, and then a lot of bands took after that. And I believe the true sound of post-punk would be from 79 to about 85. In 86, it started getting clubby.
Who do you hope to reach with this sound?
Human ears. Not eyes.
Ogre.
Ogre?
I would love to contact him someday. I we like your music a lot, and we took great influence from you.
You listen to it, you look at us, and you're like, this is some pretty shit.
I think I get some of the ideas from when we're in our recording phase from Martin Hannett when he did all the Joy Division, and he did Buzzcocks, and he did what the fuck is that one band called? It was the guy with the guitar. It's so beautiful.
The Rudy Column.
The Rudy Column, yes. His recording efforts, and then when he did the Stone Roses towards the end of his career, like the way he recorded his music using stuff like this. I mean, this is way more modern than what Martin Hannett had, but this is basically the start, of what he would do, and like how clear he made drums. That guy was very anal how he wanted his style. So. Martin Hannett, I look up to him when we're basically in our recording phases.
I look up to Steve Ellison from Flying Lotus. He made a career for himself.
Hell yeah.
He invented the bump music for Adult Swim.
Could I have a swig of that?
Definitely. Alright, so what are your interests outside of these projects? Like, do you guys have any music projects that you're working on outside of these? Do you have any ideas on what you're doing besides these projects?
Well, you go first, Drew. I don't know if you're doing anything.
Me, with Project Jupiter / Mars, I imagine I'd probably make another EP or something. I'm more stable, or more so happy working with my cousin Anthony with this stuff, as we're at now. But when we had our side project stuff, I'd show him mine, and he'd show me his, and
exchange ideas.
Yeah, we got ideas. He's like, "Oh, I like what you're doing, Drew," and he actually used some of my influence in his, and I used some of the influence for my music as well.
It almost seems like this dream hop shit literally came to us. Because once it started, we made an album in 5 days and played it on the 7th.
It was October of 2012.
So it took 5 days to record and master an album, and 2 days after that, we played it live.
Hell yeah.
So this is it's coming from another source that we feel like.
We had writer's block for the second album.
Yes, yes we did. But what's good about the second album is there are 5 really good ass songs, and it can literally just be those 5 songs, and it'll be a perfect album. But you know, we want to give people more to listen to, and actually fill up the space on CDs so we don't waste plastic, because EPs are fucking dumb and waste a lot of plastic.
I always wanted to like add. Even if we were making the EP, I always wanted to add a few more tracks on there to give the listener more songs that he or she could
like
enjoy.
reoccurring tracks from
Or
like
just
previous
make 'em-
albums or something.
Well, like 1 or 2 from the main album, and then Anthony and I were always clever. We just make a bunch of B-sides. Like we'd add like 3 or 4 B-sides, like
space
right on the
fillers.
spot for it, And we made a few remixes for like, we had a single from the first album, Snow Child. And Anthony and I, we did 2 remixes for that, and then
3?
3?
Yeah, 3.
I forgot about that third one. And then there was a second single though. Was it a steak dinner? Yeah, we just recently made a mix to that too.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
that's a good song. A lot of people like Steak Dinner. That, Pac-Man Tablet, Sunnyside Sunday, Commitment, Little Blue Rain Cloud, Floating Forward, all that kind of shit.
And track 9.
Track
Can't believe
9.
about track 9.
Track 9 is fun, dude.
Best live song.
It's the best live song ever.
I really like that bonus track that you guys that you put on there.
Yeah, that's a good track too.
Yeah, he did
That was fucking jamming, dude.
What we try to do is we try to have the drums really fucking punchy and like a hip hop headbanging style. What?
Do you need
I'm not here.
Okay. So headbanging, hip hoppy style.
A lot of bellows and delay. Like we try to train those synthesizers to literally play the arpeggiators for us, because we're moving our hands around too goddamn much.
Right.
So we usually do stuff like this. We turn on the on and off button on the arpeggiator.
We can show them something real quick if you want sound.
We play a few notes. This thing even plugged in.
No.
No.
Give us a sec.
But this is what we do when we want to do art synthesis. That's what we call it.
Art synthesis.
Yeah. Okay. We want this thing to be on. Where the hell is all the art options? There we go. And then I hit a drum beat. That plays on its own. And then we had 2 other synthesizers that we play lead on. So this will do its bass line for us. The drum machine will do the beat for us. This is a lead.
Mm-hmm.
And over there, that synthesizer is also a lead.
Sick.
And then we just go through the menus.
This is the best part.
That's
So a lot of oscillating.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we just basically just want the machine to do what we program them to do, and then if we want to play like extra leads and stuff, we'll do that.
Yep. Freehand too.
But
Right?
most of the time, it's all smarts. It's not finger skills at all. It's all smarts. That sounds cool. I like jazz.
Oh yeah, we like a lot of jazz too.
Yeah, jazz music. Like I don't understand why people don't listen to jazz. That stuff is so technical, so advanced beyond its own time that literally it makes you stupid when you listen to it.
Right.
Because you're just so confused. Like I mean the drummer in jazz, the kick was the snare and the snare was the kick. Let's add some release.
70s influences. And yeah.
Sick shit, bro.
Could have been a new song.
Right. I think I'm gonna wrap this shit up, man. I'm glad you guys let me fucking videotape you and ask you a bunch of questions, man.
Thanks for having us, Eric.
Hell yeah, dude. This is gonna be some cool shit when we cut it up. Hope everybody had fun. Fuck yeah.
I did.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you.